Hi everyone, today we'll explain you linear equation with rational numbers. Basically, rational numbers, remember, are numbers that you can write as a fraction or number with terminating decimal or with repeating decimal. But basically, it are numbers that you can write as a fractions. We're going to use the inverse operation and we're going to use the distributive property. It's important to use and to remember this property, the inverse operation and the distributive property. Remember, basically, we need to find a value for the variable. In this case, the variables are x and y. I'm going to give you some examples of each one, and we are going to use decimals, or it's a rational numbers. So here we have x minus 5.8 equals 2.3. First, remember, we are going to isolate the variable, so we're going to have x equals 2.3, and this is negative. Using this inverse operation, we are going to move to positive. Or it's a, we are going to use the transposition of terms. So when you x equals to 2.3 plus 5.8 is going to be 8.1. If you can prove this one, you can use a calculator. 5.8 plus 2.3. It's going to be 8.1. Basically, this is the value for x that maps through this equation. Here we have 3/4. Remember, the rational numbers can be fractions. In this case, we have 3/4 x equals to 6. So we are going to use the reciprocal. Remember, it's important to remember the reciprocal is going to be x equals 6. And we are going to multiply the 6 by the reciprocal of 3/4. That it's a 4/3. Remember, basically the reciprocal means to switch the numerator by the denominator and the denominator by the numerator. Then you're going to have x equals 6 times 4. It's going to be 24/3. And if you want to simplify, in this case you can simplify, so it's going to be x equals to 8. Now, in the third one, we have 2.3x plus 5.2 equals 7.5. Remember, you can add the 2.3x plus 5.2 because these two are on like terms. Need to be like terms if you want to add. So first we are going to isolate variables and constants. So it's going to be 2.3x equal 7.5, and this is positive. Using the inverse operation, positive pass to negative. Remember, this is transposition of terms, so 5.2. Now we're going to have 2.3x equal, and we are going to subtract 7.5 minus 5.2. If you can be sure, you can use a calculator. 7.5 minus 5.2, it's going to be 2.3. Then remember, you need to divide both sides by 2.3 to make through this equation. 2.3. Remember, we divide both sides by 2.3 to have a 1 or only x in this case, and 2.3 divided by 2.3, it's going to be 1. Remember, you can cancel this number because 2.3 divided by 2.3, it's going to be 1. Now, in this example, we have the same. We have a distributive property. So look at this. We have 2 times x. Remember, it's going to be 2 times x and 2 times 3.3. 2 times x and 2 times 3.3. First, you need to solve this distributive property. So it's going to be 2 times x, it's going to be 2x, minus 2 times 3.3, it's going to be 2 times 3.3, 6.6, plus 1.4 equals to 6. Remember that 1.4 we only copy. Now we have 2x. We have 2x equal 6 minus 1.4 plus 6.6. Remember, you need to arrange variables and constants. So in this case, we have this operation. 2x and then equal, we are going to arrange the constant. So we have 6 here. We don't change the sign because we move the constant in the same place. So this is negative, we pass to positive. This is positive 1.4, we move to negative. Then when you solve this one, we're going to have 2x equal 6 minus 1.4, it's going to be 4.6. We're going to solve this using the calculator. 6 minus 1.4 plus 6.6 is going to be 11.2. 11.2. Then this number you need to divide by 2, and this number you need to divide by 2. Remember, 2 cancel the number 2 here, or to get 1. So when you divide 2 divided by 2, we get only the x. And when we divide 11.2 divided by 2, we get 5.6. 5.6. And this one is going to be our answer. The value for x is going to be 5.6. Now, in this case, we have y minus square root 4 over 3 equals to 12. Okay, first we are going to find the square root 4. Remember, the square root 4 is equals to, and we're going to copy over 3. Equal 12. Square root 4 is equals to. And we copy the denominator. Then we're going to have y equal 12. This is negative 2/3. We are going to move to positive 2/3. Then we're going to have y equal. Remember, if you don't have calculator and if you don't know how to solve this operation, in the video I have the link for adding and subtracting fractions with online denominator. So we're going to have 3 times 12 is going to be 36 plus 2 over 3. So in this case, remember in the description of the video, we have how to add fractions with online denominator. So here we have 36 plus 2 is going to be 38 over 3. And this is our answer for this equation with rational number. It's with rational number because basically we have a fraction. And remember, some square roots are rational or irrational numbers. So here we have 36, square root 36 over 7. In this case, we are going to find the square root of 36 is 6 over 7. M plus 2 equal negative 4. Then we're going to have 6 over 7. Remember, it's important first to isolate the variable. So we're going to have negative 4 minus 2. Then we have 6 over 7. M equal negative 4 minus 2, it's negative 6. Then we are going to use the reciprocal. M equal negative 6, and we are going to multiply this negative 6 by the reciprocal of 6/7. That is 7 over 6. Remember, the reciprocal means to switch numerator by denominator and denominator by numerator. So m equals going to be negative 42 because it's negative 6 times 7 over 6. If you want to simplify this expression, you're going to have 7. Negative 7 because 42 divided by 6 is 7, and we copy the negative sign in this case. So this is basically about a linear equation with rational number. Remember, isolate variable and arrange variables in constant.